Hey everybody, it's Dave. How y'all doing? I'm doing pretty good for Wednesday. Let's talk about struggling and being scared and being lonely and feeling lonely or feeling all alone. Because see, these things happen to me. It's just don't think because I have a YouTube channel and I'm positive and I try to help people. Don't think like I've got Meniere's down pat and I'm just living my life and enjoying everything's fantastic. This is wonderful. No, 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 no. I struggle just like everybody else. You know, I get afraid that I might have a vertigo attack because the surgeries I had really don't. Well, the one removed the vertigo, but the other one, the vertigo can come back and probably will because the bone will regrow on the sac decompression surgery. So sometimes, not all the time, not as bad as I used to in the beginning, I do sit there and struggle and worry, well, what if this happens? What if that happens? Oh my God. I do. Just like you guys do. I'm really just like you. I just tend to share my experiences. I try to find ways to do things. Um, I fight the struggle instead of going into the struggle, instead of staying there, type of thing. I fight it. But I get scared too. And I get lonely. And you think, where I've got a house full of people that I wouldn't. I have a wonderful wife. Um, you know, I got two sons that live here. One son and his kids are living here, so there's always people here. I got my dogs. You know, I've got my friends that I text and call. But you wouldn't think, well, he's probably not lonely. He does whatever. No, I get lonely. I really, really do. Um, because there isn't somebody here who really understands completely. Even though my wife understands and helps me so much, I'm very blessed and I'm very blessed about that. But she really doesn't know what I go through with Meniere's disease. Okay, and I don't just fight Meniere's disease. This is some people think, oh, it's all I have is Meniere's disease. I said, no, that's what I spread awareness about. Um, but I've had arthritis a lot of my life that I deal with daily, especially my lower back. Um, and it's everywhere. It's in all my joints. It was back then, way back then in the old days, when you would break out with massive hives like I used to as a kid. Um, they would shoot you with Benadryl, give you a prescription for Benadryl. That was it. They didn't give you prednisone. They didn't give you a cortisone shot. They didn't do any of that stuff to prevent the arthritis because the hives actually do attack your joints. So they didn't know that back then. Now, if you like the last time I had to go for, hives blowing up all over me, yeah, I got a shot of cortisone, a steroid shot in my butt, Benadryl in my butt, Demerol, and something, and then a tranquilizer. And when they were giving me this steroid, I said, "What are you doing that for?" And they were like, "So you don't get arthritis." I'm like, "I already have that. This is not the first rodeo." And so they did it anyways, and I'm like, whatever. It did help, but yeah, I mean, you know, I have to move around every day. But I mean, it's not rheumatoid where it's disabling, but it can be painful. I also have iritis, which you've never seen because when that happens, I don't make videos because my left eye is red. I look like a Sith Lord from Star Wars, and I can't keep it open because of the light. Because the light really bothers it, so I'm like this. So I mean, if you saw my eye, I look like it looks like a Sith Lord. Or it's not funny because it's your iris swells up. It's not funny, but it's the way I said it. Or I'm like Popeye. Olive oil. Because I got this one eye shut and this eyebrows up like this. you know, it's, It's crazy. So yeah, or I usually just put sunglasses on, but I usually don't make videos when that happens. Um, so I fight a couple of different issues, plus diabetes. So yeah, it struggles. But Meniere's is the main thing that really bothers me. Um, so yeah, I mean, you fight all these things, and yeah, I can't do what I used to do. Before I had diagnosed with this crap, I was walking 8 miles a day. 2 of those miles would be jogging. I had dropped a ton of weight just because I had wanted to get active and everything. Um, and then overnight, it was like I couldn't walk a quarter or halfway down the street without falling. So that ended that, and then even my fishing, that had to get hampered because I used to walk in the woods. I go walk in the woods, you know. And go out to this point and walk down the fire road over here and a spot over there, and it was always 3 or 4 mile walk. So that had to end. I couldn't do that because the trees, literally walking in the woods, the trees give me vertigo. Because you're walking and it just seems like, you ever think like you've seen that tree 1,000 times? It's like they all start looking the same. And so I had to stop doing that. And last summer I worked at it, so I got up a mile in. By the end of the fall, I got a mile in. Not what I wanted to do, but I made improvement. And that's the other thing. See, so those things that I couldn't do anymore, I started doing, just not to the extent that I was doing. So it brings some relief, saying, okay, I can't do that, but I can do this. And these are all things I figured out as I went on. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people, and some people, a lot of people who know me, but they don't know anything about Meniere's or anything, they think I'm living the life of Riley. Hey, he doesn't work, he gets disability, he sits around all day. It's like, yeah, come to my house. You want to see me sit around all day? I'm chasing kids around. Come to my house. um, but yeah, we all struggle. And we all, even to this day, I still feel lonely. I still feel scared. And I still worry about when the next bomb's going to drop. When the next shoe's going to fall. Not all the time, but I do. And the main reason why I'm making this video is because I want people to feel. I mean, not to feel alone, and to understand. I do get it. I do understand your struggle. And what prompted me to really make this video was in the group that I run, that I admin. We do it's a welcome post that automatically pops up every 100 people it pops up, and it lists the names of people and it says welcome to the group. Here are your admins: Steve Juno, Glenn Schweitzer. Here's our moderators: Lincoln, and Nicole, and Crystal, and some other people. Welcome to the group. And somebody wrote, I don't want to be welcomed. This disease is horrible. That's what triggered me to make this video. Because I'm like, this guy must think he's alone and he's struggling. And you're not struggling. You're not alone. Struggling, yeah, we all do. But you're not alone. And that's why I have this channel. That's why I do what I do. Because you're not alone. You're not. You feel it, and I get it, because I do that in my own house. I get it. But remember, you're not alone. I'm here with you. And on that note, I'll talk to you all later. Bye.